Good morning, gamers. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my endless suffering of looking for a shiny anchor. Welcome back! We are back once again today in the NeoHere stream, in the NeoHere apartment, in the NeoHere world. Looking for a shiny anchor so I can finish this dang Living Dex. I promise you, it won't happen today. Don't get your hopes up. We're going 3 times odds. I'm going to hate myself. Let's get right into it. I don't have time to waste. Neither do you. No one here has time to waste. We need to get this started. Usually I'm a lot more, I say a lot more when I do my intros. I don't have time today. I do not care. All I care about is finding this dumb anchor. That's literally all that matters to me. I have a lot of things going on in my life right now. None as important as finding this anchor. I promise you. I guarantee it. Boom, shiny anchor, done. Imagine though, just imagine if that had happened. Anyways, welcome back to the stream. I'm gonna be streaming for about 3 hours today, or whenever I find, Delmise or Mew. One of the two. One of the two is gonna happen today. It's probably gonna be neither. I am, in pain with this shiny Delmise hunt. I just want to be done. I really do. But you know what? The show must go on. I will sit here forever if I must. Shiny hunting this stupid anchor to finish my Alola Living Dex, so then I can do my Kanto Living Dex, which is going to be super duper fun. God, I love shiny hunting anchors. Shiny hunting's just been rough this year, gamers. It's been a rough year for the boy. We're going to turn around at some point. We're gonna start finding our stride eventually, but right now it's been our oofers. It's been mega oof. Delmise has beaten me down. He's beaten me down and made me feel insignificant. I've been abused by Delmise. That's what's happened. But anyways, welcome back to the stream. I've been doing a lot of work recently, a lot of editing. That's all I can talk about recently. I don't even know what to say in regards to my life, because I've literally spent most of it sitting in front of Adobe Premiere trying to figure out how to edit a video. That's pretty much all I've been doing. My life is not that interesting right now, unfortunately. I don't have a lot to share. I wish I did, though. I really do. I wish I had more to share with you guys. I'm pretty boring right now. In regards to humanity, I'm pretty boring. I'm not adding that much. Oh, dang, I forgot to turn... whatever. I'll do that later. I mean, I'm hoping that we find Delmise today. Between today and tomorrow, it would be nice. It would be nice to find Delmise between today and tomorrow. I would like that a lot. But we'll have to see. There's no guarantees. The nice thing is, after we find Delmise, we can go back to hunting on 3 games at once rather than 2. And we can do Ammonite and Kabuto at the same time. What a cool thing. I know, right? Double hunting? Back to double hunting? That's crazy. What did you have to say? What did you have to say? Cheers. Alright, whatever. Whatever. I don't even care. Good luck finding no shinies. Shut up, guy. I don't know if you're in stream right now. Shut up. It hurts because it's true. That's the problem. I hate it that he said it because it's true. I probably will find no shinies today. Given my luck in previous encounters, I just don't feel lucky today. Yo, NeoStream, yo, what's up, Landon? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing, homie? What's up, my little clone? My little clone. Do. I'm looking forward to our plan that we're gonna enact soon. Our Landon Squared plan. It's gonna be quite the moment in history. Neo, I have finally found time to join the stream. Well, welcome back, Philip. Hope you're doing well. I have finally found time to not find a shiny. Morning, Neo. Morning, Onik. How you guys doing? Welcome back, everyone. Everyone file on in. We got a lot to do today, alright? There's a lot on the schedule. And by a lot, I mean, we're probably not going to find a shiny, so not a lot's going to happen. But, I mean, still sit in. I'm going to sit here, sip my coffee in my Georgianne cup. Because today I am my wife. W. The plan that will change time itself. It really will. It will change the course of history. At least my sister's history. Because regardless of, not to put any negative juju out there, but despite how your relationship will go with my sister, I will always have that story over her. And I appreciate you being a part of it, you know? I'm not wishing any negative things upon you and my sister. I'm just saying, you know, you never know how things are going to go. At the end of the day, I will always have that story, and so will you. It's the putting the power back in the man's hands, you know what I'm saying? Boys. That's what we're doing. That's what the goal is. I'm currently not home right now, so I might just vanish for a period of time. Hey, that's fine. Happens often. People vanish often in this stream. Sometimes I just vanish. Sometimes you look up and you're like, where did Neo go? And that dude's gone. Peace. Later. Yeah, gotta make good memories. Exactly. That's what I'm here to do, all right? I'm here to make good memories and be bullied by my chat. That's pretty much it. That's the two things I got going on in this life. Getting bullied or making good memories and getting bullied by my chat. That's about it. And to be fair, with how many shinies I found recently, the bullying is warranted. Neo is a mega L. Dude can't find any shinies, big L. I get it. I do. I understand. No hate towards it. I respect the play. You sucker. Get out of the way. Don't you ever do that again. Bunch of kids on YouTube roasting an adult. Hey, it happens often. It's nothing new. Are you having a good day? I mean, my day's barely started. I woke up, took a shower, and started my stream. So, you know what? How this stream goes will really depend on my day. Every content creator on all platforms be the one to get the bully or get bullied. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of true in most life. You either are the bully or you get bullied. The real question is, do you care? You know? As a kid, I really cared whether or not people liked me because I'm a people pleaser. Now I don't care at all. You don't like me? Oh well. That sucks. There's like a few people I care that like me. For instance, if my boss, John PM7, came up to me and said, Landon, I don't really like you, that would hurt. But you know, if Fortnite Boy 1234 hops into my chat and says, you're an idiot, you have a big forehead and you're ugly, I'm gonna be like, alright, that's cool, little bro. Tell me something I don't know, you know? To be fair, I'd rather get bullied. It's more funny that way. Better content comes from being bullied, you know? If I were to bully you guys, it wouldn't be as funny. I would just look like a jerk. But you guys bullying me, now that's funny. That's just a plain old funny joke, you know? If your boss says they don't like you, you best start panicking. Yeah, true. That is a moment where you're like, oh, I might not be in this job too much longer. Luckily, John has never said he doesn't like me. I don't know if he's ever said the specific words of, I like you, Landon. So, but I'm going to assume he likes me. I'm going to assume that because he hasn't said he doesn't like me, that he does like me, you know? Then you look at people like Queso who gets bullied all the time. Yeah, but that dude has made buku bucks getting bullied. Are you kidding me? That dude has made so much money getting bullied. That's crazy. And he's hilarious. What do you mean I look like a 1x1 Lego piece? You're in the middle ground? True. I'm somewhere in the middle. He doesn't know if he likes me, but he definitely doesn't not like me, you know? Or he definitely... Yeah, that's what I meant. I said that right, I think. It's a double negative, which means he does. He doesn't know if he's like, yeah, I'm all about that Landon guy, but he's also not like, you know. Here's what I'll say. There's a good chance that I get to actually meet John this year, which would be lit. I would like to meet my boss. I don't know when it will happen or how it will happen, but there's a good chance I will get to meet him this year, which would be a mega W. It's actually you're not your true. He did use the wrong your. You tell him, Philip. That's my goat. You tell him. Wrong your. L. Imagine not using the right your. Cringe. My forehead's looking extra big today. It's because I brushed my hair all back. So I didn't want it puffing everywhere. I don't know. Bro's got a big faux head. Same. Yeah, dude, you get it, Landon. You get it. Yo, what's up, Deluxe? How's your boring class going? Man, Nightbot's even got a big forehead. What a goat. I always knew Nightbot was blessed with the ginormous forehead. Boring? Classic. I wish you luck. Listen, at the end of the day, learning is good for you. Be a good learner. A learner. You know? Learn well, my son. Make father proud. It's murals? Murals? You have an entire class on murals? I'm doing unpaid labor. Oh. That's kind of lit, though. Honestly, we love unpaid labor. What do you think I do with J-Pine and him making those, you know, Neo recaps every month? That's just unpaid labor. W. I'm a huge fan of unpaid labor. At least you have a job. That is true. I'm unemployed. Yeah, but you're also like 14. You know? I think it'd be different if you were like 24 and you said I'm unemployed, but you're 14. You're a freshman in high school. That's not even true, aren't you? You're not even in high school yet, are you? Dog, you don't need to have a job. It's okay. There's time in life to be unemployed. I've had a job since I was 16? I've had a job since I was 16, and only for a little bit of time did I not have a job due to COVID. So, like, trust me, bro. You don't need a job. It's okay. Just turned 14 on January 1st. Yo, congrats. But still, you don't need a job. It's okay. Me work Wendy's. Bro, true. Wendy... No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna be a good boy. I'm not gonna say it. I'm a freshman on high school. Yeah. Gotta wait till March 30th, though. True. Don't worry. We'll enact the plan. Don't you worry. I'm on, yeah. Dude, I can remember being a freshman in high school. I'm gonna tell y'all now, if I streamed as a freshman in high school, y'all would not be watching me. I was a nerd. I know I'm a nerd now, but I was like I was a not confident nerd. I was like I hope you guys like me. It would hurt my feelings if you didn't like me. Part of my humor is the fact that I don't care. Wendy's nuts drag across my lunch tray because I'm eating them. Okay. That's weird. There's too much homework. No, there's not. I'm telling you now. Wait till you become a junior, a senior, or actually just a junior. Junior in high school or college, there's a lot more homework. Because in college, you need to have like a part-time job alongside everything else. And it becomes a lot. Not to dissuade you, but I'm just saying now it's like just strap in. Because that's just the time period. When you finish college, or if you go to college, when you finish high school or college if you go to college, any big projects or anything like that? No SAT, ACT studying, big projects? What kind of junior are you? I mean, maybe not having homework, but every time you do a junior year, it usually matters a lot because it means that's the year that most of your grades are going to count towards if you want to go to college. But I guess that just depends. Stream lag, speech not there? Yeah, it's because it disconnected for some reason. I should be back. I'm just wondering what you're doing in your junior year then, because I had so much homework in my junior year. I was a busy bee my junior year, that's for sure. Oh damn, I'm not getting in. Well, it just depends if you want to go to college. Because you have to show your GPA to colleges in order to get into a college. But, I mean, it just depends. I'm not, I don't really care if you go to college or if you don't. Because I went to college and, you know, like, I enjoyed it, but it was probably, I got lucky because my parents made zero money while I was in college. Like, literally $0 while I was in college, so I got through on, like, government grants and stuff like that. And I got out of college debt-free. However, However, the amount that college costs nowadays, like how much it costs to go to college, if you don't know what you want to do in college, don't go. Like, you need to have a pretty good idea of what you want to do in college before you go, otherwise you're just throwing money at a wall. President of Harvard here, you're in, Deluxe Simp. Oh, thanks, Hayden. You think President of Harvard's in my YouTube chat? It actually would make sense. I'm quite the intellectual. The amount of truth bombs I drop on this stream, I'm sure the President of Harvard would want to, you know, would want to stop by and see what's up. Learn a little bit from me. I'm also graduating early next year because I only have 2 classes to do left. Yeah, but that'd be, I mean, listen, you can go to college at any time. It just depends on if you want to or not. There's a lot of other things you can do with your life that don't require a college degree. If you want to do something that requires a college degree, go at it, but you don't have to. It's not, like, necessary by any means. Just depends on what you're interested in, what you want to do for a career, you know? I mean, even Landon said you could go to a trade school and do something that's more of a trade and learn, like, plumbing or something, and those people get paid well. So it just depends. It just depends. I just want to get money and go live on my own. Well, you can do that by working, like, 2 part-time or 2 jobs, you know? Making money and living on your own is not a difficult thing. I mean, people make it out to be really difficult, like it's impossible to rent nowadays, but if you get a job in some, you know, somewhere and you handle your finances well, you can pretty much live on your own. Depending on where you live, you can live on your own. If that's your only goal, but I'm talking like farther goals in your life, you know? Like for me, when I was in college, I wanted to do esports. So I got the major that I thought was best related to that, recreation, event, and sports management. And then as I started doing that, I realized, oh, I don't really want to do that. I'd rather do content creation. So I started making my own content, and then I got a job doing editing, you know? It's only when you start living with people when money is harder. Really? When you live with people, money is easier. Because you have them splitting the rent and the bills with you. Having a roommate is probably the best thing you can do for living on your own. You're just not going to live by yourself. There's other, like, social complications, but if you live with other people, you'll be just fine. I mean, there's some 2-bedroom apartments, like, let's think about it. There's some 2-bedroom apartments, at least in my area, for, like, $1,800, $2,000, which means you, at minimum, you probably need to be making, like, $2,000 a month after taxes in order to pay your rent, your bills, and then eat. Now that means no savings, and you probably need to make more for savings and stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, if your goal is to just live by yourself, you can do that. Or live with your friends or whatever. You and your friends could do that pretty easily. I'm hoping my best friend gonna share an apartment with me, otherwise I'm probably cooked. But ain't there also, like, tax and stuff? Yeah, I said after tax. If you make $2,000 a month after tax, you'll be fine. You won't be able to save a lot, but you'll be fine. I mean, listen, here's the deal. I lived with someone, when I went to college, I shared a dorm with someone I didn't know at all. His name was Harry, and I don't really talk to him anymore. Him and I lived together for like a year, but in actuality, I hung out with Georgie most often, and he hung out with his family every weekend, so we like barely ever saw each other. We like kind of lived together, but we kind of didn't, you know? There's a lot of ways you can find, like, there are plenty of people who are trying to make life more affordable and just looking for people to live with. So you can do it. It's just not it's not always easy, you know? But it's also hard, you know, because, like, you know, for instance, I would have loved to share an apartment with one of my best friends in high school, but he went to a college that was 6 hours away. I went to something that's a little bit more close, and all of a sudden that option's just not there anymore, you know? It just depends. Depends on how life stuff is gonna go. And the thing is, you'll have time to figure that out when you're, like, about to graduate, you know? You will have time to figure out that living stuff probably senior year of high school. Senior of high school is definitely the best time to figure out what your living situation is going to be once you move out. But I'm telling you now, like, as much as the world is doomsdaying about, oh my god, we're never going to be able to live by ourselves or own a house or whatever, you can do it. You may not be able to own a house by the time you're 25, but you can do it. You can live by yourself. I mean, even right now, if you want to I mean, I'm married, so it's a little bit different. But if you want to consider it that way, Georgie and I are just roommates. Like, put it that way, right? We're obviously married and we're a lot more than just roommates, but if you want to make it simplified, we're two roommates who make an income that can, share a one-bedroom apartment. And if we wanted to share a two-bedroom apartment, we could. We just don't want to spend the money on two bedrooms, a second bedroom that we don't really need. You know? So, it just depends. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Mr. Jalen. How are you doing? How are you doing, me old bloke? Did we get a house tour? No. And I would be honest with you, if I were to give you a house tour, it'd be like 3 minutes. It's literally a tiny space. I showed off my office area, this region, but I have not showed off the whole apartment. It's a great day. Tell me about it, Jalen. I want to hear it. How is it a great day? Plus, I think the weird part about house tours is, like, house tours are kind of weird because, one, your house is a little personal, so I don't really need to have a bunch of people knowing what my house looks like, and two, it's kind of just a money flex if you think about it. Like, hey guys, look at all the money that I've made from your viewership, and this is the $1 billion house I spent it on. It's Friday, the cycle has ended, I finally received my 2-day reprieve. Wow. That sounds, sounded a little depressing, but I mean, hey bro, I'm happy for you. Hey, TGIF, am I right, gamers? Dude, you know what? I knew I was an adult the first time when I was working at my old job, when I legitimately woke up and said, thank God it's Friday. And I said it unironically, wasn't thinking about it. I was like, oh no, dude, I'm like an adult now. I legitimately just TGIF'd. Oh God. I was embarrassed. I'll say it. I was embarrassed. I finally see my girlfriend again tomorrow. Are you guys long distance or something? Dude, the idea of me not seeing Georgie at all for a day is crazy. The last time I didn't see Georgie for an entire day was when I left to go to Arizona to see Jason. But other than that, like, I see Georgie every day. Damn, you're almost triple odds. Yeah, I'll be triple odds by the end of this stream. I saw her 2 days ago. Congratulations. I saw her 6 days ago. At least I saw who you're talking about 6 days ago. No, I don't have a car. She's 5 minutes away. Bro, just walk. She's 5 minutes away. Actually, I mean, I say that, but we don't go to the same school and me no car. But you said she's 5 minutes away. Like 5 minutes car ride away? What's that, like a 20-minute walk? It's an hour walk. She's 5 minutes away, but it's an hour walk? What? Okay, that's just weird. Car issue, true. That is a car issue indeed. Might be me taking some stupid route. Weird. Yes, that is weird. I don't need to hear about that. Thank you, though. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. Go figure that out with someone else. Also, her grandma doesn't let me. Well, then that makes more sense. I don't know. That's a weird. Listen, I think Google Maps thinks people crawl when it says walk. It's actually assuming you crawl because there's no way it's a 5-minute car drive, but then an hour walk. Unless you're walking like one step every second, maybe then it's a little bit different. But there's no way. You're a cute man though. Who are dude? Dog, go thirst in someone else's stream, bro. This is not the place. I'm just shiny hunting Pokemon, brother. I'm not here for you. I'm sorry. Not in that way, not in any way. If you would like to watch me look for different colored pixels, I'm happy to have you be here, but I'm not here for that, little bro. I guarantee you I'm like double your age. So you even asking this is weird on your behalf. The walk speed is pretty accurate, I think. Yeah, but then how would it say a 5-minute drive is an hour walk? I mean, I'd have to think about something that's 5 minutes from me, 5-minute drive. Oh yes, different colored pixels. Okay, dude, you are... Okay. What up, Neo? Yo, what's up, good ninja? How you doing, homie? Long time no see, brother. How you been, dog? Speed limit is 50 to 55. I mean, I guess for all 5 minutes, but like, dude, that just seems slow. You gotta pick up your walking speed, you know? Been Tekken 8ing? I've heard a lot of people have enjoyed Tekken 8. I've heard a lot of good things about it. On my new all controller I built. Nice. Lit. Bro loves his controllers. I get it, bro. If I knew how to do it, I'd probably do it. It's like 3 miles. 3 miles in 5 minutes? Alright, then the car time isn't adding up. Ain't no way you're... Well, actually... No, I guess it would make sense. If it was like 55 miles an hour. 3 miles and 5 minutes would make sense. Okay. Alright, my bad. I'm trolling. I don't know how long distance is. I'm stupid. This is definitely my fault. I love cutting wood into shapes. Yes, bro. Listen. Literally. I hear you. I hear you, dude. I mean, cutting wood into shapes. Sheesh. I'll tell you, bro. Different colored pixels and cutting wood into shapes. It gets me, you know? I mean, I find me one person who doesn't like cutting wood into shapes, you know? I can't think of one. Maybe Gandhi, but that's it. I got a girlfriend too. I met her on the second day of school. She asked me out in October. We have no classes with each other. We hardly get any time with each other. IRL carpenter stream when? Dude, if I was a carpenter, I'd probably cut my hand off. On God, there's no way I'd be good at that. I'm telling you now, I'm such a clumsy idiot, I would definitely cut my hand off and you guys would watch it live. Philip, you gotta... I don't know, man. I mean, when Georgie and I, when we were dating, we were in a class of 14, so we saw each other in school every day, but the only time we actually got quality time together was on Fridays. Like, Georgie and I were so busy during our school years that we only actually spent, like, consistent time together Friday afternoons. That was the only time we spent consistent time together. Because I would play basketball 5 days a week, and she would, you know, have dance or whatever, and that's how we saw each other. I have this really bad habit where I wake up late, see the time, get mad, and go back to sleep instead of asking my mom to take me. To take you to your girlfriend's house? Yeah, that is a really bad habit. You get mad because you've lost time, so you just lose more time? Oh, school. Yeah, that is a really bad habit. Dog, go to school. What? What is that? How do you just get mad so you go back to sleep? I don't know if that's true. That sounds like mega copium. I think you wake up and it's sunk cost fallacy and you're like, I'll just sleep more. Dog, go to school, Neo. Listen, don't say I'm not a good influence on the kids. I'm a good influence on the youth, all right? If I've said it 100 times. Get educated. Get educated. Get outside and meet some people. You know? And listen, I was hypocritical to say get outside and meet some people because I don't have a lot of friends. But you know what I've been doing recently? As Georgie and I have started going to new church, I've started meeting other guys. I've started making friends. I have a text chat that I'm in that is consistently being chatted in. I have guy friends now. It's weird. I see them every Thursday morning at 6:30 in the morning. We do Bible study together. It's kind of lit. Rip Georgie, he has guy friends now. Nah, dude, Georgie's still number one. Georgie's still number one. It's so funny though because the kind of guy friends I have are not like the guy friends who are gonna sit back and drink a beer, you know? We don't be drinking. That's just not what we do. I don't drink, dude. I'm gonna be real with you. I know you guys probably think I'm a hella rager. The only time I ever drink alcohol is at weddings, and then I go bonkers. I don't get like hammered, but I definitely do like drink until I'm tipsy and then I twerk. That's just my forte at weddings. I don't know why, but there are always people taking pictures of us. It's really annoying because you're famous. That's why. You're famous. Your love is famous. Everyone needs to have a picture of it. Anyways, I don't know, man. But yeah, when I was dating Georgie, and we were in high school, I saw her every day. I saw her for like 8 hours a day every day. But the only time we actually got to spend quality alone time together was on Fridays. That's it. Now we texted every day and we talked, but I only got to see her. I only got to see her on Fridays for quality time. I'm famous for no reason, chat. That's what I do. When people ask me what I do for a living, I say I'm famous for no reason. That's what I say. You want to know who was really famous for no reason? And probably only the oldies in chat are going to get this one because some of you guys are may have been too young to be on the internet. You know who's famous for no reason? That Alex from Target guy. That dude fell off. That dude was on Ellen and got famous for just being kind of good looking. And then he fell off, bro. Where is Alex from Target? Alex from Target is probably married now. Who married Alex from Target? And the Vans guy, yeah, bro. Damn, Daniel! Back at it again with the white Vans! Both of them, bro. Both of them are like... Both of them are nothing. They don't... Who are they? Where are they now? You know? Who is Alex from Target married to? I must know. Alex from Target is the kind of guy to get popular on TikTok now, but I don't know if he's got a TikTok. Alright, I gotta go. Alright, later, Landon. Goodbye, my clone. Go live life well. That's a command, not a suggestion. You know what? You know what I've realized recently? Especially with all the controversy that came out of her. You know who's the biggest clout chaser of all time? I think we gotta call them the GOAT clout chaser. You know? I think the GOAT clout chaser is Ellen. That woman would have any person with a beating pulse that got some level of popularity on her show within a week of them getting popular. She literally was the biggest clout chaser. It didn't matter if you were famous or not. She'd be like, hey, kid who got popular off of this Snapchat series of saying back at it again with the white Vans. Here's a lifetime supply of Vans. And then everyone would be like, wow, Ellen, you're so generous and awesome. And then behind the scenes, she would terrify her employees. That's the biggest clout chaser I've ever heard. Honestly, I commend her for it. It's actually kind of impressive how big of a clout chaser she was. I think she's the GOAT of clout chasing. I think it's true. I really do. Yo, your music is tweaking. It happens often, bro. I'll mute it for now. It happens often. And then we'll, I'll fix it in a second. I'll unmute it. For some reason, it's been happening recently. I don't know why. Yo, Nerdio, what's up, J-Pine? Solid evidence? Wait, are you saying there's no solid evidence? Or are you saying you think I have a good case? Because I think I could make a pretty good case for the biggest clout chaser of all time being Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, I think the only thing you can give Ellen that she didn't clout chase for was she did have some... Well, wait a second. Hold on. Did Ellen ever bring someone who was like super generous? Hold on. I need some pushback here, all right? I know Ellen brought on a bunch of people on her show who did like very generous acts, you know, and then she wanted to reward them for their generous acts. But those generous acts only ever were on the show if they got popular on a social media beforehand, you know? Like, Ellen didn't go searching for nobodies who have been doing something in their community. It was only after someone posted about them in their community, and then she was like, oh, this person did something awesome, let's get them on the show. Ellen needs to get Markiplier on there? True. Yeah, she was giving anyone fame. Yeah, but she wasn't giving them fame. She was using the fame that they received from the social media post about their generosity and then getting them on the show. Yeah, it wasn't. Okay, good. Yeah, I think Ellen is the biggest clout chaser of all time. Because unlike Jimmy Fallon or any of the other consistent late night hosts, I don't think Ellen was a late night host. I think she was an early morning host, but they would all bring famous people on there. Or people who were well established, you know. But Ellen would bring on literally anyone with a pulse and 1 million views on a social media platform and say, you're gonna be on my show and I'm gonna give you something to make myself look better. That's clout chasing. That is clout chasing to the nth degree. I don't think Ellen was always like that. I think it was a bit of time as she became a clout chaser, you know. I'm sure Ellen wasn't always the clout chasing host that she came to be, but I think for real, I think she's the biggest clout chaser of all time. I think she's the GOAT of clout chasing, and we need to put some respect on her name. I didn't guitar enough to get calluses and practice is shooting me in the back. Damn. All I gotta say to that is L. That's all I can really respond with. Anyways, I think I've made a pretty good argument. I think I've made a pretty good argument here. I think Ellen DeGeneres is the biggest clout chaser of all time. And I think the only reason we can say that in retrospect now is because we could say, oh, Ellen is generous and will give anyone who, you know, got a little bit of notoriety and give them something, right? Be sweet to them. But now that we know that Ellen was an absolute boneheaded mean boss to the people behind the scenes, I think we can just say she was a clout chaser. If that information didn't come out about her employees, then maybe we would say, oh, she's just a really nice person and is willing to give anyone something to be generous to them, right? And let them share their story. But in actuality, I think she was just trying to get her show more ratings. I think NeoHere is the biggest clout chaser of all time, working for PM7 simply for fame. True. I don't do it because I want to be a good editor. I do it because I want to suck John's clout. That's what I want to do. I want to absorb it like a sponge. Listen, if the 24-hour video comes out for 24-hour Kanto, it's just going to be me and John. Every other person is going to get cut out of it. It's just going to be me and John, and I'm going to pretend I found all of the shinies to steal clout. I need the clout. I desire it. What's up, Shadow? Genius. I know, right? Because here's the deal. What if I, what if I edit the 24-hour video? And then I just I just make John say some lines, and then I use some AI to make John say, my pal Neo and I shiny hunted all the Kanto Pokemon in 24 hours. And then I just record a bunch of fake reactions for all the shinies I didn't find, but pretend that I found. And then I get famous off it. I think this is a genius play. Yeah, would it absolutely ruin my relationship with every other creator who was a part of that event that I just completely screwed out of the hard work they did? Okay, sure. But I mean, like, bro, let me secure my bag, you know? I've got a bag to secure. Like, I was possibly the smallest creator on that entire event. I need some funds, you know? Let me cook. It's what I've been saying. Do 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 do. Now all I gotta do is find a shiny Delmise today, and then I can really secure my clout. You know? How was editing yesterday? Oof. Playmore took me longer than expected yesterday. It was a little bit of a longer one. I've missed being in these streams. Well, welcome back. You're always welcome back. I'll receive you with open arms. Come here, Philip. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, Playmore took me a lot longer yesterday than I expected it to. I don't know why. I can't really say why. I think I'm just so exhausted that my productivity in regards to editing has slowly gone down every day because I'm just editing so much, you know? Like, I promise you in the past 3 weeks, I've probably edited 100+ hours, if not more. Probably more, honestly. Thank you for being you. No, thank you for being you. Don't you dare thank me for being me. What you see on me on stream is all fake. I'm actually like Ellen DeGeneres. When I hop off stream, I am mean to everyone else in this apartment. You suck! If you can't tell, I'm alone right now. Funny bit. Neo, you're hilarious. Yell terrible things and cancel worthy things with the mic off. The mic wasn't off, I just didn't say anything. True. What a base Neo bit. Where's my anchors at? You know what I'm saying? Where's my red anchor at, huh? Anyways, I'm hoping for something today. Neo, kick the chair. I can't kick this chair anymore. My last chair was a lot more sturdy and able to take a good beating. This chair has like mesh on the back. If I were to kick it, my foot would go absolutely through that. This chair is going to be treated more responsibly. I was happy to abuse my last chair, but this chair needs to be treated with more responsibility. I know you guys loved it when I beat up my chair, but unfortunately, that time is over. I no longer have anger issues. The chair is better for your back, but not abusable. True. And the real question is, what's more worth it? Is it better to have a chair that helps with my back, or a chair that lets me abuse it? I don't know. I still can't really figure it out. You would assume that's better for your back, but really, I just want to abuse a chair. Beat chair. I know you guys want me to beat the chair, but I can't. I can't beat this chair. It's not an option. I'm sorry. I know you guys want it real bad. It's just not an option. It's not. I can't do it. It's not in the cards. I'm sorry. I really am. What can you beat? I'm not gonna answer that question. Not a lot, honestly. I'm pretty skinny. If I were to beat up something, it'd have to be inanimate, because if it can fight back, I'd probably lose. I mean, I got trampled by a cow, bro. I couldn't even beat a cow. I eat burgers on the daily, and I couldn't even beat a cow, bro. I got trampled by a cow. I mean, what am I supposed to do? You know? Eat the blind? What? What are you talking about? Are you okay? Where did that even come from? Oh god. I'm going into heaven. Well, guys, unfortunately my blinds are just giving a glare, so I'm gonna be going into heaven for a little bit, alright? In loving memory, true. Rest in peace, NeoHere. We will miss you. If you guys... I want you guys to do me a favor, alright? For those of you in chat. You get invited to my funeral, and you get to say 2 sentences in a speech. What do you say? 2 sentences, that's it. I don't want any longer. You don't have a lot of time. I have thousands of people who want to say something about me after I die because they love me so much. So you get 2 sentences, that's it. I want to hear what you guys would say at my death, at my funeral. GG, well played. That's actually kind of based. I love that from you. Neo was the man who tried his best, and that's all we could have asked. Anyone could have asked for him. True. This guy was the #1 bald man. GG easy. Wow. Man, these are some really sweet words. I might actually start tearing up. The idea of you guys saying this at my funeral is like really, it's really hitting me here. Right in my boob. Right in my left boob. You're clipped? Okay. So what, bro? You think there's something I say every stream that gets clipped out of context. I've lost the will to care. I can't care anymore. Everything I say gets clipped out of context, no matter what it is. It's just not worth it anymore. I would have to be dead silent the entire stream. We will miss Neo, the beloved shiny hunter. I hope he has a good life in the great beyond. True. Here's the real fear of mine, you know? obviously Pokemon will go on probably past when I die. Pokemon will last longer than I do. However, my fear is, what if I die before I finish the Living Dex? Because this is a real possibility. I don't go outside a lot, but say that light that was coming in through the blinds was a meteor about to strike me dead on stream. Who's gonna finish this shiny Living Dex? Because it's damn well not gonna be George. She's not gonna do it. I've asked her many times would she complete the Living Dex for me, and she said, Landon, I don't want to die just because you died. I'm not gonna die emotionally just because you died emotionally. And that's horrible. I think there would be bigger problems. I can't think of a single bigger problem. Tell me one bigger problem that would come from my death than the shiny Living Dex not being completed. Seriously, I would love to know, because I can't think of it. A meteor is a huge problem? Yeah, okay, but we're not, I don't care. There's no one else in the apartment right now. I would be the only one that died if the meteor hit me, alright? It's like a small enough meteorite to kill me. Your child will carry on your Living Dex legacy? Well, I have to have a kid for that to be the case. Right now, I'm kind of not, I don't have any children. I'll complete it in your honor. Okay. Alright, well, you're coming up with some good ideas. Like, bro, I still gotta find this, and this, and this. I got so many more shinies that I gotta find, bro. It ain't good. I also have to find that, which you guys, I know you guys can't tell, but that card right there is a Mew card. I've had it up there the entire time while I'm shiny hunting Mew. I would love to have the shiny Mew card that came out in the recent box, but yeah, whatever. Nintendo will give us a printer to convert Living Dex thingy to physical thingy. What does that even mean? What are you waffling about? Then Neo can put it on a shelf. True. I actually, what I want on my tombstone is I want to be, no, here's what I want. I want to be cremated. I want to be burned a lot. I want to be burned and made into ashes. And then I want those ashes spread on a miniature gravesite on the Pokemon Company's office grounds in Washington. And then I want that to be on that little grave that's made. I want there to be a tombstone of my Living Dex. What if I print a frame of certificate for you when you complete the Living Dex? I'll take it. I was thinking, because I want to do something for you guys. I want to make something that you guys can either purchase or I can ship to you guys after I finish the Living Dex. Something that's like, maybe it's not like a shirt, but it's like a patch that says, that's like, I witnessed the Living Dex completion or something like that. And then I can send them to people who want them, who watch my streams during the time that I completed the Living Dex. Because it feels weird, because I know when I complete the Living Dex, I may get some community, you know, shout outs and stuff like that. Does Pokemon Home give you anything for completing it? No. They give you a, what's it called? A Magearna, like a weird Magearna form. But that's not for shiny Living Dex. That's just for like any Living Dex. Because you technically can't complete a shiny Living Dex because you can't find every Pokemon shiny. But I'm already gonna get like a bunch of I'm gonna get a bunch of, you know, from the community. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of, you know, praise. So I would like to give you guys something. Like, I would like to make a bunch of patches that said I witnessed the Living Dex completion, and then, you know, send it to you. Does John have a Living Dex? Shiny or non-shiny? Shiny? Oh, no. No. John does not have one. There's probably if I had to make a guess, there's probably under 100 people in the world who have a fully completed shiny Living Dex, and even less of those who have it fully recorded. I haven't seen a person yet. I've seen one person on YouTube who who is like also working on a fully recorded shiny Living Dex, but I haven't seen a single person who has actually have it completed, where they have a clip for every single one of the shinies that they found. There's a lot of people who show off their Pokemon homes and they have all these shiny Pokemon, you know, but there's no like, I'm not calling them liars, but there's no proof of it, right? Like there's no direct proof that, hey, here is the time I found Delmise or Mew or whatever, you know? And that's what I want to complete. Again, I'm not calling anyone a cheater. I'm just saying, like, there's very few Living Dexes that have a full, complete, like, log of proof. Listen, Shadow, if you want to send me a certificate of completion of the Living Dex, I'll take it. I need to finish it first. Again, my hope is to complete it before Generation 10 next year, if Generation 10 is coming out next year. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I'm hoping. I'm hoping I can complete my Living Dex before Generation 10 comes out. So that I can take a break from shiny hunting for a little bit, and then get back into it when Generation 10 comes out. I have to hunt all the Gen 10 shinies. Because the cool thing about a Living Dex that I really like, as I've, started to get closer and closer to finishing it, is the Living Dex is really never done. Like, it is done, but it's not, because you still have to keep going to finish, every time a new generation comes out, you gotta shiny hunt, again. So I think that's cool. We could also send you a trophy. It's just a muscly dude flexing. I mean, well, that would just be me, They need to remake every game on Switch, bro. I would play all of it. Why is it so bright? What the hell's going on? I need to get blinds for these windows. You should make it a form dex. No thanks. I don't care. Because here's the problem. Here again, I use this every single time. I don't care about having a shiny Shinx male compared to a shiny Shinx female, where the only difference is a little bit of a tuft of fur. There may be some forms that I want to hunt, like maybe I want to have a male and a female Frillish. I don't know, but I don't really care to have a. I don't really care about having a form dex. That's just not necessary. All 63 Alcremie forms. Here's the stupid thing about all 63 Alcremie forms. They don't even look different. There's really only 7 shiny Alcremie. There's only 7. 7 shiny Alcremie forms, and it's the different charm that they have in their little hair or whatever. It's the different candy or whatever it's called. The different sweet, that's what it's called. So there's no point in getting all 63 Alcremie forms because, yeah, they show up in the dex as a different sprite, but visually they don't look any different. The only time I could see people saying you should be hunting all the forms is Oricorio, Tatsugiri, like Tauros breeds, because at that point there's like different typings or different visual look. But, show me the difference between a male and female Torchic by looking straight on at it. You can't. You can't tell me the difference. Because it's literally, it's a one black dot on its butt. Unknown would be cool. It would be cool to try to find every unknown, but I don't know. It would be cool to try to find every unknown. I would like to do maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I think by the time I'm done with this Living Dex, I'm probably going to want to take a break from shiny hunting until Generation 10 comes out. And then I can reconsider if I want to hunt forms. But I'm telling you right now, if you're expecting me to hunt Pokemon I've already found shiny just to get a female or male version of them, that's definitely not going to happen. I feel no inclination to do that. I do not care. There's a lot of shinies I think are cool and I would like to hunt the other forms of. I could care less about that. Yo, what's up, GGP? How you doing, homie? Doing good? Glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to hear it. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever do a form dex. Oh, also, Exit, hello. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. I was in the middle of talking. How are you doing, homie? Hope you're doing well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever do a form dex. My goal with my Living Dex since the very beginning was to have one shiny Pokemon for every dex number, and then regional forms. That was it. That was the only thing I wanted to do. One shiny of every individual Pokedex number plus regional forms. Because technically, regional forms count as the same Pokedex number as their original variant. So for instance, like, Alolan Vulpix is the same number as regular Vulpix, but they're technically two separate Pokemon because of their typings and where they're found. So that's the only thing I can... That's the only forms that I hunt are regional forms. So that's the way it's been since the very beginning when I started shiny hunting. Like, I don't care to have two Shaman, you know? Especially since I can't even hunt a second Shaman since I don't have the item in BDSP. Ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum-bum-ba. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Just don't get gender forms, that sucks. Yeah, well, I mean, again, I've always said, if it's a form that I want to hunt, then I'll hunt it. Outside of that, I'm not forcing my... Like, for instance, my Living Dex is not incomplete if I don't have the form. I don't consider it that way. I'm not going to say, oh, my Living Dex is incomplete because I don't have like, one of the Oricorio forms. I only need one Oricorio for it to count towards my Living Dex. If I want to hunt it, I will. But chances are I won't because I just don't care. Yeah, but gender forms that suck are... Forms that suck are like... That's relative. That's an opinion. What if I think every form sucks ever? Hmm? These Delmice love spawning. Then don't hunt them? Yeah, and that's what I'm going to do with most of them. I don't want to hunt any of them. I really don't care about any of them. I don't want them. What I'm more focused on is finishing Living Dex. I mean, I'm already annoyed I have to re-hunt this freaking Delmice because I forgot to record it the first time I hunted it. That's already frustrating enough to me. Let alone am I going to hunt it again if it had a different form, you know? Like, boo. Boo hiss. That's what I say. Bum ba 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 ba. Bum bum. Alright, well, we're an hour in. We've already gotten a lot of good encounters done today. We're definitely going to hit triple odds on Delmice today. Once we hit 4,096, we're triple odds on Delmice. So, we're about 120 away right now. We'll see if we can find a shiny before then, but I have a feeling this is going triple odds, which is awesome because that means there's like a 93% chance we already found it. I love hunts like that. I love going double odds into triple odds. It's really poggers. It's really freaking cool. I'm still wondering if we're going to find Mew under odds. Because there's still a bit of time before we do. I mean, we have like 1,700 more encounters before we go over odds on Mew. There's a good chance we could find it under odds. I mean, not a great chance, but it's possible. I hope Deoxys is shorter than this, though. Or if not Deoxys, then Jirachi and Manaphy are shorter than this. Because Mew has been quite the hunt. We'll put it that way. It's been quite the hunt. Whoops! Hello, Bergmite. How are you doing, buddy? I just want to find this shiny anchor, man. I just hope it shows up today. That's all. I will say, though, And I'll be honest. I don't like being honest with you guys, because sometimes I have to admit that I'm wrong. I should have just hunted it. I should have just hunted this thing in Masuda method. I should have just done eggs. Is Delmice the last Alolan Pokemon? Yep. The very last one before this Living Dex is entirely completed. Every single Alolan Pokemon will be found. It's the last one. Have you already done Rayquaza? Yes, I've done every legendary but some off ones. I haven't done Mew, Deoxys, Jirachi, and Manaphy. Every other legendary outside of that is found that is huntable. So for instance, like your Victinis, or your Keldeos, or your Genesects that can't be found shiny outside of Pokemon Go, I found every legendary outside of those 4 that I mentioned earlier. Rayquaza's Neo #1 shiny. Yep, it's my favorite shiny of all time. It's just so freaking pog. There might be a clip for it if you do exclamation point Rayquaza. I might have made a command for it. I did that for a lot of the legendaries, so if people ever asked about a legendary shiny they wanted to see, do exclamation point Rayquaza. I might actually send you the direct clip. Maybe. Yeah, there it is. It's a Google Drive link because this was before I had access to clipping on YouTube. Why take you so long for one Pokemon? I don't know. Why don't you ask the Pokemon? Because this really isn't in my control. I don't know what to tell you, Caleb. I would love to tell you that I could just snap my fingers and make it show up, but unfortunately that's not how it works. I have to fight my TikTok brain rot. My YouTube Shorts brain rot and just keep going for it. I finally got a shiny Roaring Moon in Mooball last night. That's lit. That must have been difficult. I'm assuming you saved in front of the shiny and just went after it over and over. Because that sounds difficult. Evil Pokemon? It does feel that way. I definitely don't like this thing. It definitely is making me very upset. But you know what? The show must go on. I have to keep going until it shows up. I had a lot of Moonballs. Okay, that's true. I forgot now that you can get them through the Pokeball Lotto, the gambling addicts. As if shiny hunting wasn't enough of a gambling addiction. Now look at us. Now we're just trying to get different kinds of Pokeballs. We're mega addicted. It is an evil Pokemon, though. It does feel like an evil Pokemon. It really does. A lot is an exaggeration. I had 10. Yeah, that still probably took you a couple of tries, though. Because Roaring Moons, even on 1 HP asleep, is horrible catch rate. Especially with a Moon Ball that wouldn't actually give you... It's like a Pokeball. That would suck. That would still have awful catch rate. Why did Rocket League get rid of Market when every other game is encouraging players to do things with their items? Oh, you mean trading? Dude. I've really been considering recently making a separate channel to make video essays and then making a video essay on some of my opinions on Rocket League and Pokemon. Specifically just making video essays on a more, like, on any topic I'm interested in, but talking about Rocket League specifically and how much they have horribly ruined their game. Yes, that would be cool. The problem is, if I did it, it would really eat into my time of shiny hunting. It's probably not a channel I'm gonna do until after I'm done with the Living Dex. Because it would eat a lot of my time. Because I'd have to do research and script writing and editing for it. It would be a lot. But I would like to do video essays at some point. I would like to talk about, because I've had this opinion recently of Pokemon that I actually, this may be a little controversial, but I'm going to explain my opinion on stream. I actually don't think we want Pokemon to change. I know everyone online has been complaining that we want Pokemon to change or get better or whatever. I actually think we don't want that. Because what we all want is the same feeling we had playing Pokemon when we were as a kid, and in actuality, we will never feel that again. At least you won't feel it in the same way, you know? You may get excited every time a new generation comes out and you get to see new Pokemon, but the real thing is, the way I felt playing Fire Red and Emerald and Diamond and Pearl, I will never feel that way again, because I was a kid. Because if we look back on every single Pokemon game, they all had glitches. They all had problems. Even for the time that they were coming out. Even for the time that they were coming out. They, you know, they were not as good as other games coming out at the time. Like, they were not as great as other games coming out at the time. People just like them because they're Pokemon. And it's the same way now, except now we're adults. We've grown up and we want Pokemon to grow up with us, but that's just not going to happen. People want guns? No, people do not want guns. No, they don't. You say this, Neo, but I was actually around then. That's untrue. What, that Pokemon was not good? Or Pokemon was not as good as other games back then? 4,000 on Delmise. The first 3 gens were absolutely considered top of the line games for portable. Yeah, that's true. I mean, for portable, they definitely were. But what I'm saying is like, I think a lot of us who play Pokemon now as adults probably played, like, you know, here's the thing. Every time Pokemon has made a change, it's been either received very poorly. Why is the one on the right a different language? Because the only way you can get this event is on a Japanese copy of Emerald, so I own a Japanese copy of Emerald. I don't know, Scarlet and Violet just felt a little empty compared to the content in previous games. But I don't know, man. I really do, and I'm not just trying to be biased here. I really do think as kids, we think there's a lot more to do, and then we were just willing to do the things that they gave us a lot more. Like, even my favorite Pokemon games of all time, Black 2 and White 2, yeah, there's a lot to do, like the Pokemon World Tournament and stuff like that, but chances are, as an adult, you don't really want to do the Pokemon World Tournament over and over. You'd rather have more world to explore or something like that, you know? I mean, the only thing I really want Game Freak to change is more competence in making the games run. I still like and want the core Pokemon experience. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Because here's the reason I say that. So let me go a little bit more into my argument. Here's the reason I say that. As Power World has come out, and everyone was like, you know, and I had this conversation with someone last night where it was like, you know, we're talking about Power World being the Pokemon killers, but in actuality, nothing's going to kill Pokemon. It's like World of Warcraft. It's been there for so long that no matter how many MMOs come out or something, it's never actually going to kill the original fan base of the original series. Pokemon will be around forever until it decides to stop being around, right? But with Power World, as it came out, people were talking about Power World as it, like, this is what Pokemon should be, you know? Like, Pokemon should be like this, where it has a procedurally generated world. It has more ways we can interact with the Pokemon that we have. It's, you know, it's a little bit more adult with guns and stuff like that. But what was interesting to me is, like, I don't think people actually want that. Like, when I think about how Pokemon grows, I really want my kids to experience Pokemon the way I experienced it, which means it needs to be at least somewhat similar to what it was when I played it, right? Now, granted, should the games run better? Absolutely. But I don't think we actually want Pokemon to change, because even when Pokemon Legends Arceus came out, everyone said it's a great game, but it's not a Pokemon game, because it isn't. You know? It isn't a Pokemon game. Pokemon Legends Arceus is awesome, and it's super fun. But it is not a Pokemon game in the way that we think about Pokemon games. And that was like what every review said. You know? How are you, man? I'm doing well, Exit. How are you doing, homie? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're doing well. So anyways, what I mean is, what I'm trying to say is, it's not that I think we don't want Pokemon to change. I think we don't want Pokemon to change. Sorry. It's not that I think we don't want Pokemon to improve. It's that we don't want Pokemon to change. I love guns. I'm sure you do. I think I mentioned that was all the Gen 1ers and people had stopped playing Pokemon. What they really meant is I'd rather play these kinds of games. Yeah, exactly. There will always be a portion of the population that's offended that Pokemon didn't grow up with them. Yeah. And the thing is, I kind of don't want Pokemon to grow up. You know? Like, I think Pokemon's fun without it growing up, and I want my kids to experience the same Pokemon that I experienced, you know? Hello, what's up, Andrew? Welcome to the stream, how are you? So anyways, that's the better argument. It's not that you don't want Pokemon to improve, you don't want Pokemon to change. Because if Pokemon changes, then it's not Pokemon. That's my argument. It's good. Glad to hear you're doing well. Glad to hear everything's going well for you. Anyways, that's my argument. That's probably a little bit more well-founded. I actually haven't written out this argument, so it's a little bit weird. But it just feels like nowadays that like the general discourse around Pokemon is like, yeah, we wanted to improve, but we also wanted to do all this other stuff that just wouldn't be Pokemon. I mean, let's do an opposite example, right? I also think a lot of these people complaining don't like kids and don't think kids deserve games either. I know. But I mean, let's go the opposite route, okay? Let's say Pokemon went back to its roots the way Zelda went back to its roots. The reason Breath of the Wild did so well, outside of the fact that open world games are just really fun, is Zelda originally was like an open world game because it was a 2D game with a huge world to explore, and you just figured it out. There was no guides. You just it was just go experience the world the way you want to, and that was the way the original Zelda was. And that was why people really liked Breath of the Wild, because I felt like it was going back to that. If Pokemon were to go back to what it was doing in Red and Blue, it would be what Pokemon is today. Pokemon hasn't changed. Pokemon hasn't had a shift in the series where it would need to have a callback to its roots, because it's the exact same game, just that far later. The only thing is, the reason people don't complain, or the reason people complain, is because they haven't received this perspective of Pokemon being something else before it went back to being Pokemon. You know, outside of Legends Arceus. So I don't know. Just keeping up on something? Cool. So anyways, that's my opinion. I probably have to flesh out that argument a little bit more because obviously I don't express myself well without having it written out, but you know, whatever. It kind of reminds me of the narrative around Animal Crossing during the pandemic where people kept wanting it to be more. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, that's not supposed to be the point. 40-30? God, I hope so. What about the Let's Go games? I think the Let's Go games were purely just to get Pokemon Go players to play the main series games. That's all it is. I think the competitive nature has taken the ability to be surprised away from the game. Competitive nature? What do you mean? Like the want to be good? No, what's taken away the surprise from the game is how the internet has evolved with leaks. Because here's the deal. As long as Pokemon puts something in their game files, we will know about it months in advance. We had the entire epilogue before, like, a month before it came out. How did you get my spawn so often even though it's a 1% spawn? I have a Pokemon at the front of my party with the ability Harvest. So if you have a Pokemon at the front of your party that's fainted with the ability Harvest, it'll raise the amount of spawns. It's just kids and didn't know type matchups. Yeah. Well, we were playing, we didn't know type matchups. I didn't ever use moves outside of like attacking moves, because I was like, why would I ever use Swords Dance? It doesn't do any damage. Because I'm an idiot. I was an idiot child. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the competitive nature that's ruined Pokemon games. I think it's the leaking culture. Because think about it this way. You know, the idea of like the Mew under the truck is literally, it would never happen today. The Mew under the truck would never pass around today because it's what's it called? Because the game files get leaked immediately. They're like, oh yeah, there's nothing in the game files that show anything with that truck. And nowadays, the games get leaked a week before they even come out. If you're on social media, you know everything about the game before it even comes out. I mean, with BDSP, you could play the game before it came out because people put the ROM online. Twitter journalism bad. It is in general, it's just bad. First to post means information is constantly in demand. Yeah, exactly. Well, and now with the internet, it's just like you have access to all of that so quickly and so easily. Like, you don't even really need to wait until something gets announced, you know? I mean, do you realize, I forget who it is on Twitter, but there's this guy who has the word light in his name on Twitter, and that dude has posted like 15 potential leaks off of what's it called? Shoot, what's the name? Off of 4chan. Like 15 different kinds of potential leaks. Now, pretty much all of them are fake, but there's a chance that one of them out there is real, and we already know the game that's going to come out this year. There's no way with leaks, with data mines, and with games being bought, physical copies, a week before they're supposed to release, there is no way in the world that you can know that unless you completely delete every social media off your phone and you never go on the internet, that you're going to be able to avoid seeing that stuff before it gets released. It's just not going to happen. And that takes away the luster of Pokemon, because the fun of Pokemon is seeing new Pokemon, and, it's seeing new Pokemon and learning what their types are and learning their history about them, but we know all that before the game even comes out. I mean, that Riddler Coup guy is wrong 70% of the time, but people trust him and follow him for that 30%. Yeah, that's true. It's interesting, though, because I wonder for him, like, is he making up riddles when he doesn't have content just so he has something to tweet about, or is he purposely trying to... Is he still trying to, like, get people off the smell? I know it's impossible for you kids. True. Yeah. Thanks, Boomer. We really appreciate you saying us kids. Thank you, Boomer. I really appreciate it. I don't see it, lol. I still know nothing about Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I mean, you definitely haven't watched me go through the entire game shiny hunting every single Pokemon that game has to offer. That's true. It's just how it is nowadays. You just can't... It's hard to play games without being spoiled. It's just hard. It's just difficult. Ah, dang it, Bergmite. I'm telling you, I'm gonna run into one of these Pokemon, they're gonna be shiny on accident. There's nothing I can do to avoid it. Nope. Ah, here we go. I missed most of that, and I know absolutely nothing about the story, a little, but not too much. I mean, yeah, but that just depends on the social media you're on, The first big spoiler thing on the internet was Harry Potter. Yeah. I remember that. Well, anyways. So the other day I went back, and this might be a little bit weird, but I went back and watched my own playthrough of Pokemon Violet that I uploaded, like the movie, It's like an hour long, whatever. I went back and watched it, and I was happy to see how much excitement I had seeing new Pokemon and stuff like that, because I kept myself unspoiled. The real-time multiplayer was cool to see, just needs more polishing. There's two things I would like to see in Pokemon Violet in the next generation that I would like for them to improve on. The first one is multiplayer. It would be really cool to play through the game with a friend front to back. I would really like to see that. So the first one is multiplayer. The second one is level scaling. If you're going to have an open world game, you need to make it to where you can fight anything at any time, rather than doing it in a specific order. I have to go. Bye, Neo. Later, Philip. Have a good day, homie. Those are the two things I'd like to see. It doesn't make sense in an open world game to restrict the player to facing certain bosses in a certain order. It doesn't make sense. Like, that just, I understand it, especially but the problem is, even in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's no indication of what should be done first. They just kind of assume you're going to go a certain way and say, oh, you should do this first, right? Like, I did the Dragon Titan, the Dondozo Titan, before I did the Titan of, what's it called? The Earthworm Titan. And then I just absolutely destroyed the Earthworm Titan with no problem whatsoever. They really need to make it scale. In an open world game, you should be able to do it in any order. And really, the way they should do that by a region is have you in the middle of the region, and then you can go in any way, you know? Kind of like if you think about Kalos, the way Lumios was the center of the region, you could go out in multiple different ways. That's the way they need to do it, but an open world game. You need to start in like the center town, like in the center of the region, and you can go out in any way you want to go. And it doesn't matter. Like the Pokemon in the wild scale as you get different badges. The Pokemon in the that trainers have scale as you get different badges. The one thing I really did like that they did with Scarlet and Violet is they gave us one thing to do for each of the types. 5 Team Star bases, 5 Titans, 8 gyms. I liked that a lot, and I hope they keep finding ways to do that, where they give us a different thing to do at each spot. But I just hope they level scale this next generation, because it really should be. I mean, I can't imagine in the game it would be that hard to change the level of the wild Pokemon in your area based on the gym badges, right? You do, like, I feel like coding-wise, the game does a check for how many badges you have whenever you load up the game, and then it says any wild Pokemon that spawns in this level range. And you could still wall off some areas, you know, like legendaries and stuff like that, but... Everything is fine. No changes needed, yeah. I mean, there's definitely improvements that can be made, but... They did that with Underground Pokemon and BSP, they level scaled? Yeah, exactly. And they should do that with every Pokemon in the next generation. Like, I can't imagine that coding-wise, you have the game check for how many badges you have, and, you know, every time you get a badge, there's probably a specific flag in the game's code. So it checks what flag's been marked, and then based on the flag that's been marked, it says, okay, every Pokemon in this gym battle or this trainer battle or in the wild should be this level range. Or the gym leader should have this many Pokemon in this level range, something like that. Sounds like too much for Game Freak? Yeah, probably. I guess so. Oh well. I don't know, that's what I would like to see. If there were any changes that are going to come in the next generation, I would really like to see level scaling and proper multiplayer where you can actually play through the entire story. Like, imagine how cool it would be if you could play through the entire story with a friend and every gym leader was a double battle where you use 3 Pokemon and your friend used 3 Pokemon. That would be so cool. I would love to see that. It'd probably never happen, but it'd be cool. They can't even code static shinies? I don't know if they can't code static shinies. I think they can code static shinies. They just choose not to because the visual difference between seeing it in a cutscene and then seeing it in the encounter would be... Now, overworld encounters in Sword and Shield doesn't make sense. But I don't know if it's they can't code it. I think they just choose not to for static encounters. I will say, though, it was an absolute gut-wrenching disappointment when the legendaries in the Scarlet and Violet DLC were shiny locked. That was gut-wrenching. I wanted to shiny hunt Spectrier. I was already annoyed there wasn't Zacian, Zamazenta, and Eternatus in the legendaries we could find. I was already annoyed at that. But then I was even more annoyed when they were shiny locked. I was like, ugh. How much longer will you be live? About an hour and a half. I stream for 3 hours every time I stream, so I got about an hour and a half left in me before I move on to go get some work stuff done. I will stream forever until this dumb ice is found. Actually, that's not true. I will not be doing that. I don't got time to stream forever to find this dumb ice. This dumb ice just gotta show up and throw me a bone, you know? Especially as we're about to go over 3 times odds, baby. What are the chances of me finding it at 3 times odds? I guess I'll check after I hit it. I think it's like a 93% chance we find it at 3 times odds, which is awesome. That's super sicko mode. Love that for me. Wow, so cool. Do 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 do. Mew 6699. Wouldn't you prefer 6969? I don't think 6699 is gonna be as funny to you. I don't think you're gonna like that. We'll probably hit 6666 today, I think. Oh, definitely. We have 140 encounters left? Yeah. We'll hit 6666 today. The evil number. Imagine if Mew was on that encounter. That would be insane. He's evil. Don't catch him, Neo. It's not worth it. I wonder when we'll go overodds for Mew. How long will it take us to go overodds for Mew? So if I do 350 encounters a stream, so that's 1,400 in a week. So if today we end off at 66. Okay, so it'll be like 5 streams. 5 streams and we'll go over odds on Mew. Quick questions. When did we say the NeoHere would be soon? I don't remember. I honestly, dude, I have no clue. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. With right now how much work I have, I will not be able to put that together. And I don't really know if I want to do it as of yet. It may be a better thing that we do at the end of this year. And just carry through. It's honestly, for me, it's one of those things where I would like to do it. It's almost like, for me, I would like to do it after we finish the Living Dex. So we can make votes on, like, what the best shiny reaction was, what our favorite moment was, and, like, go through the reactions of the Living Dex and give those awards, you know? But I also know that's insanely far away, and people want the NeoHere again, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll think on it and let you know. There ain't no telling, to be honest with you. It's hunts like this, man, where you hunt this Dhelmise and you start to wonder, I wonder if I even have my shiny charm. Chances are, maybe not. Maybe your game just lost its shiny charm. It's shiny locked, true. Somehow this one Dhelmise. The Dhelmise on this route is shiny locked for some reason. No one can figure out why, but it is shiny locked. Why does Heatran have a gender? Is there a reason it wouldn't have a gender? I think that could go for any Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, I guess when it's like a Dhelmise, then we can say, yeah, that shouldn't have a gender, it's an anchor, but it's like, they're all animals, technically, outside of like the inanimate objects possessed by Ghost, you know? It's a legendary, and isn't it some molten lava rock? Well, I know it lives in lava metal. I know it lives in metal lava, but I don't think it is a molten lava rock, you know? I don't know. I mean, listen, I think there's a lot of other more confusing questions within Pokemon logic you can ask than why Heatran doesn't have a gender. There's a lot of Pokemon that have genders that maybe shouldn't, or don't have genders that maybe should, and we will never figure it out. You know? All right, we're about to hit triple odds on Dhelmise. Strap in, gamers. We're in this for the long haul. I said earlier, I said if I go over double odds, I would move over to Bazooka method, but now I'm in too deep. I have to learn when the end of this is. I can't stop hunting it. I can't. It would be disingenuous for me to stop hunting it. I have to keep going. Like, I can't just stop and go do Masuda method now because it'd be easier. It would be cheap for me to do that. That would be cheap. I need to keep going. I have to push through. Like, what, am I just gonna say, oh, I should go hunt Mew and Pogo now? Just make a fake clip, steal someone else's, and put your face and voiceover in it? Yeah, it's true. It's a great idea. Guys, look, I found Shiny Dhelmise! Oh my gosh, this is crazy! That's freaking crazy, bro! I do get fear sometimes with Emerald's broken RNG if I'm actually getting new Mew encounters every time, but you know what? There's nothing we can really do but keep going. I don't really have much of a choice, I just have to keep going. You know? I just have to hope and pray I'm getting new Mew encounters. Because with this, it's hard because you can't see Mew's gender or, like, IVs or anything. You just have to keep going at it. And hope the colors change. That's all you can do. Bum bum ba. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Nope. God dang it. Go away, Lipard. I don't need you right now. I need you later. I'm still kind of hoping, by the way, with all the rumors that are going around right now, I'm really hoping that we get a Gen 5 remake. Not because I necessarily want a Gen 5 remake over a Let's Go Johto, but because I want my most incomplete shiny Pokedex right now is Generation 5, and I would really like them to give us a Generation 5 game to play so I can finish that Living Dex. It's my most incomplete generation. I think I'm only like 60% done with it. So I would love if they gave us a way to hunt it, you know? I would love for them to give us a game where we can hunt the Gen 5 Pokemon a little bit easier, like Patra and all them. We will defs get Gen 5? I don't know, man. I could also see Let's Go Johto as well. I could 100% see Let's Go Johto as well. I wouldn't say we're definitely going to get Gen 5. It does seem very likely, but there's no telling. There's just no telling. They've been putting out a lot of Johto promo art. Yeah, but they've also been doing that with, like, every generation. They posted a little animation of Reshiram and Zekrom on Insta the other day. Yeah, but they did that with every Pokemon. They did that with Mewtwo the other day, too. So are we getting a new Kanto game? you know? Like, their socials do everything. They went through every generation recently with the legendaries that can be found in Scarlet and Violet. Both? We're definitely not getting both. I don't think so. What would be interesting to me is that after Generation 5 is remade, there's like no other remakes left to do that aren't in 3D, you know? Because it makes sense for a lot of these games to be remade because they weren't remade into 3D games. Like Kanto. I mean, I guess Johto would also need a 3D remake because it hasn't been made 3D yet. But like after Johto and Universe remade, there's no generation left that doesn't have a 3D remake. So it'd be a question of like, do they remake X and Y even though it was already in 3D? Like, I don't know. You know, would they do that? Would they remake games that don't necessarily need the graphical update, quote unquote? I don't know. I'm already listening to this song today. I gotta pick a different song. It's looping again. It's a looping. Let's do this one. There's still Black 2. What about Black 2? Like, they have another Gen 5 game to remake? Yeah, but I don't think they would do that. Like, they didn't remake Platinum for BSP. It'll be interesting based off the success of Legends and it being a one game, if they'll make a new Legends game. Because obviously people were very pumped about the Legends game. And based off the title, it sounded like they were going to make more because it's Pokemon Legends, and then something, so they could make another Legends game. I just don't know if another Legends game would come out so close. You know? Because Legends Arceus came out in 2022. So I mean, there'd only be a 2-year separation between the first Legends game and the second Legends game. Platinum isn't a direct sequel though. That is true. It's not a direct sequel. But I don't think they'd make a remake off of a sequel. Like, I think they'd combine elements or just completely ignore it. Like, I don't think they would remake a sequel. I don't know. My hopes for Pokemon Day are still that they, my hopes for Pokemon Day are that they give us a virtual console. I hope they give us something virtual console related. That would be nice. 3 times odds and 3 more? Yep. We're going 3 times odds, baby. Big old W. I love going 3 times odds on these hunts. It's awesome. I can't remember the last time I went this far over odds on a... Dude. It literally just played this song. The playlist just played this song. Why? Why is YouTube Shuffle so bad? YouTube Shuffle is awful, dude. It's so bad. Alright, gamers, we're triple odds now. Strap on in. There's no telling when this will end. We are 3 times odds on this Dalmise. Let's have some fun, shall we? All we can do now is hope and pray that we finish at some point. I have no clue. Just strap in, gamers. I give it 30 minutes. I give it 30 years. I just don't believe it, this thing. I've been hunting this thing for so long. I'm getting to the point where I feel like I should be hunting it on both of my consoles at the same time. The problem is I don't have another harvest Pokemon to use. So I don't know if I want to do that or not. It's just, this is just rough. It's just rough. It's just rough, that's it. Alright, they're mowing outside, so you guys are gonna hear that, alright? Just be aware that you're gonna definitely hear them mowing outside. Yeah, someone is definitely cutting grass. The answer is yes. They do it all the time. I mean, listen, I love that our apartment complex takes care of this place, but they landscape like at least once or twice a week. They do it all the time. They are landscaping all of the time. I hope this Dumb Lies hunt ends soon, man. Pokken Tournament remake next year, trust? You think so? You think they're gonna remake Pokken Tournament? I could see them doing it maybe for the Switch too. I could see them remaking Pokken Tournament for the Switch too. I mean, the hope would be that Switch 2 is backwards compatible with Switch, but if it isn't, well, no, there's no way it's not. I'm copium right now, but I don't think there's any way that the Switch 2 is not backwards compatible with the Switch. I just don't believe it. 10-year anniversary? Yeah, but why would they remake it when they could just make a newer version like they did with DX? Well, I guess DX is just like a remake, but just like with a couple extra characters and stuff like that. Huh. Maybe. Does Pokken Tournament have a huge fan base? Nintendo almost always makes every console backwards compatible with the previous gen. Well, unless they make a complete jump, right? Like, the only time that wasn't, the Switch was the exception. That is true. Because even the GameCube was backwards compatible with the Wii. But the reason the Switch and the Wii couldn't be backwards compatible is because the Switch uses cartridges rather than disk drive. But from GameCube to Wii, from Wii to Wii U, that was true. And then SNES could play NES games. So, really, it was NES to GameCube and Wii U to Switch where those weren't true. I mean... Some people have been saying they're afraid it's not going to be backwards compatible. I have a really hard time believing Nintendo, with all of the sales they have on a Switch, are not going to make the Switch 2 backwards compatible because they have such a huge library of Switch games that people would want to play on their Switch 2. You know? Pokken is dead, lol. Yeah, that's what I would assume. I would assume Pokken's not that big right now. Also, Game Boy to Game Boy Color to GBA to DS to 3DS. Well, that is true. Yes, that is true as well. They were able to play each other's games. It was just the 3DS that wasn't, like, once you went 2 generations apart, you weren't able to play. You weren't able to play it anymore. So, like, you couldn't play Game Boy games on a DS, and you couldn't play Game Boy Advance games on a 3DS. Could you play? No. The Game Boy cartridges were too big to play on a DS. Right? Am I tripping? I think they could only play GBA games, if I remember correctly. But also, the Game Boy Color wasn't really that much of an upgrade from the Game Boy, right? Like, it just added the color aspect. Did it actually add that much more processing power from Game Boy to Game Boy Color? They were too big, yeah, that's what I thought. Like your original DS couldn't do it. What? Where'd that Delmice go? Bro just dipped. Dude, this Delmice hunt has been insane. Of course, the very last hunt of the Living Dex would be Alola Living Dex would be like this, but like, dude, just what an awful experience. This has been rough. I'll be honest. This has been real rough. Like, it's starting to get to the point where I'm like, should I just kill them even for the small shiny upgrade on the brilliant Pokemon? The answer is no. I definitely shouldn't. But, like, because it would take too much time. But I really am just like, okay. Alright, dude. Alright. Cool, Berserker. Love seeing you too, buddy. I just want to get back to the fossils, man. The Game Boy Color was released 9 years after the Game Boy. It had a lot of tech upgrades. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. That's lit. Lit for real. Where are you? Where are you, Delmice? Where are you? Come here, Delmice. Just be shiny, please. I'm getting so desperate, bro. I'm so, like... I've gone through the Dabda scale. I've gone through the Dabda with this hunt. I'm accepting now that this is gonna take a while. Don't realize the GB was released in 1989. It does feel really old. It does. The Game Boy does feel more like a 90s console to me than the Game Boy Color does. But I think as a Pokemon fan, I feel that way because you know, like the original Pokemon games were on the Game Boy, but they were released so late into the Game Boy's lifespan. But for some reason, in my mind, because I wasn't alive during that time, I think it was like earlier than it actually was. John was born in the 90s, right? No, John's not born in the 80s. He would already be 30. He's 29 this year, which means he was born in 95? Yeah, he'd be born in 95. He's 4 years older than me. You rechargeable kids don't know how good you have it? Oh, wah. Bro, get over it. Stop whining about... Listen, the whole boomer thing, it's not funny. Alright? Sorry you had a rough childhood. You had to walk up hills both ways to school. Alright? No one asked. It was snowing and I walked uphill both ways to school. I had to recharge my Game Boy with batteries. That stuff was expensive. No one cares. L. We get it. You're old. You go get him, Neo? Bro, I got him. I cooked him. Call the day. 90s kids for life. Am I right, gamers? Packing batteries in your bag for a car ride to hope you play during it only for your cheap dollar store batteries to explode? Bro, listen. You know what? I had my struggles too. What happens when my DS ran out of batteries and I had no way to plug in my DS and I had to buy a car port that's plugged into the cigarette hole that had a little like electricity thing that so I could use to charge my DS on a car ride, alright? We all had our problems, alright? You know what really sucked? You wanna know what really sucked? was, let's talk about other problems as my kid. When you were on a car ride and you had one of those little TVs that strapped to the back of the chair, but every time the car would turn off, the TV would also turn off, which would mean you couldn't fast forward in the movie, which means you'd have to just like pick a point in the movie where you hoped was close to where you started based off the chapters on the DVD, and then you would have to rewatch part of that movie, all right? We all had our problems, all right? Instead of making fun of each other, let's make fun of the iPad kids who have everything, all right? You're not getting anything on me, bro. I also struggled, all right? Bro, that's so real, Neo. It's true! Do you realize how annoying that was? Like, you're on a long car ride and you're in the middle of watching Over the Hedge on a little TV on the back of your mom's chair who's sitting in the passenger seat, and all of a sudden your dad's like, hey guys, we have to stop to get gas, and you feel like this internal dread because you know that now your TV's gonna turn off and you're gonna have to find the place in the movie where you were, but there's no way to fast forward on those TVs because they don't have remotes, so you just have to pick a chapter and hope that it's close enough to the movie to where you were in the movie. Neo, thank you for shaming my family for being too poor to have a car that could support that. Now I'm crying confusedly. Good, you're broke. L. Sorry your family's broke. L. Didn't ask plus ratio plus you're poor. So true, Neo. But yeah, talk about struggle, bro. That stuff sucked. We didn't have iPads that had their own batteries that would last an entire car ride, and you could just slide the scale to get where you were in the video if your app closed down. Nah, dude. We had to suffer through watching the same portion of that movie a second time. I didn't know I tuned into a Kai Cenat stream. Hey, dude, that's what we're here for. I got Riz on God. I say L plus ratio all the time, too. I haven't said it in a while, but I love saying that. I think it's funny. Especially since there's no way to ratio someone on a stream. I just have to say it and hope that people agree with me. If I ever have kids, I won't. They will have to use those TV instead of tablets. Yeah, make them recede. Make them go back in time. Or they could read a book. Boo! Boring! We get it, you're old! Books are old now, old man! I'm gonna listen to a podcast by my boy at Andrew Tate and learn how to be a man. Books are boring! We're not nerds anymore. We're in the new era, alright? Books are for old people. Why don't you go do your newspaper crossword puzzle while you're at it? I guess 27 left. 27 across. Someone that was born in the 1950s to 1960s. Boomer! That's what it is. That's the answer. I think I'm going to stop watching the streams. Are you threatening me with your viewership right now? Don't you dare. Don't you dare threaten me with this viewership. The bullying here is too much. That is true. I have become a little bit too big for my own britches, you know. I am now too toxic for streams. Neo, you're gonna be acting the same when these Gen Alpha kids are walking around with MetaQuest headsets all the time? No, I will. Trust me. But right now, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that I'm old. I will tell John you bullied me. Do you honestly think that John would do anything? I think if you told John I bullied you, he'd probably just be like, okay. Actually, would be funny to know how John would respond to that. That would be funny to know how John responded to me bullying you. I don't know. It's an interesting question. No, hey, listen, Hayden, you know I'll be the exact same way. I'm gonna be making fun of the kids too. Don't worry. Just give it time. My time to make fun of the kids is soon. I will have my moment in the spotlight, but for now I gotta make fun of the oldies, you know? You gotta make fun of the old before you can make fun of the new, you know what I'm saying? It's just the truth of life. It's just a based fact. Neo's just jealous that I'm older than him and still have hair. Alright, that's just messed up. I'm gonna tell John you're bullying me now. We'll see how that goes, huh? We'll come to John individually and say, hey, I've been being bullied by one of your mods. Hey, I've been being bullied by one of your employees. And we'll see how he responds. I'm sure John doesn't have enough on his plate to make him think, to make that really worrisome for him. I feel like a Gen Alpha kid while watching Neo while playing Minecraft. You are a Gen Alpha kid. Probably. John would probably fire both of us just for being annoying. Yeah, that's true. He would definitely have a conversation with me like, man, listen. I don't got time for this. That's probably what he'd say. I'm not Gen Alpha. When does Gen Alpha start? It's like 2013, right? Is that right? It's like 2013? Here's the real fear. My kids are going to be Gen Alpha. What does that mean? It's like 2010 or 2011, I thought? Oh, I don't know. I don't know when it actually starts. I don't think we really know until later on in the cycle of the generation. What's going to be the next generation? Is it going to be Generation Beta? Because if I have a kid in Generation Beta, I feel like that's a shame put on all my family. Like, my kids are all Beta, you know? What an L. Gen Alpha's in high school now, right? Or like a year off? No, no shot. No way, dude. No. Gen Z's still in high school. Gen Alpha's like 10 years old right now. Let me look it up. Oh, it does say generation. It does say 2010. Between 2010 and 2024. Really? Damn. Wow. Huh. So Gen Alpha is like max 14. Should be Gen Beta. Well, but that's just saying like we don't know if Gen Alpha is going to continue from here into 2025 though, or whatever. But damn it, I'm about to have a bunch of betas. What does that say for my family line if I just have a bunch of betas between now and the time I die? What if I have 6 children and all of them are betas? Bro just took a fat L. LOL, your kids are betas. That's what I'm gonna get. That's what I'm here for the rest of my life now. Every time I stream, be like, your kid's a beta. That's what I'm gonna get. All the time. This sucks. They have to be born now so they can be dragons. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Fight the urge, Neo. Fight the urge. Don't do it. Like Jake Long. Like Dragon Jake Long from Disney XD. Fun show. It was a fun show. I enjoyed the few episodes I watched of it. Dude, I had to tell my mom the other day because I was at dinner with my mom. She was like, I never told you couldn't play Pokemon. I was like, Mom, you are so deep in revisionist history right now. You're so deep in it. She was like, I would have never said that. I'm like, Mom, you literally told me that you would not let me watch Pokemon because it had evolution in it and you didn't want me believing in evolution. She was like, I don't know. I'm like, no, Mom, you're old. I'm sorry. You're in your 50s. You're losing your memory. You absolutely said that. She literally was so trying to gaslight me. I was like, you stop. Just stop, Mom. Just stop. Stop trying to gaslight me into thinking that this isn't true. I know for a fact this is true. $666 soon. True. We'll probably have it by the end. Well, actually, we'll definitely hit it by the end of stream. So if you stick around, you'll see it. You'll see the 6666 number. The evil Mew. Is the evil Mew blue? Only time will tell. Look at those gels then just wiggling around. Get out of my way. Go away. All right, here we go. We're on our way to 6666. How terrifying. Go away. God dang it. 7777 next. Listen, I'm not really going to think about that. I don't really want to think about that big of a number. I mean, I'm going to have to because I'm probably going to go over odds in this hunt if I had to guess, but, you know. Again, I'll say it. I'll take over odds on Mew and Deoxys if I can have under odds on Jirachi and Manaphy. I'll take it. Move. Move! I'll 100% take it. You think I'm worried about that? I ain't stressed. I'll take it. That's a W in my mind, baby. What if you've despawned multiple shiny Dummies? I mean, statistically, I probably have. But there's no way I would have known, right? There's no way I would know that because I can't see them. So it doesn't really do me any positive to sit on that thought, you know? Like, to sit here and think that doesn't really help me because it's not like I could have changed anything. Every time you end a stream, the ones that were on screen were shinies. Well, then that wouldn't matter because when I reload the game, they would still be shiny. When I reload the game and do an encounter, they would be shiny, so... The chance of me finding a Dummies at this point is 95%. We are in a 4.73% hunt. 1 in every 25 hunts goes this long. Oh my god. Why are you playing the song again? Stop it. Dude, I don't want to listen to this song. I've listened to it 3 times a stream. Stop it. No, since I save in front of the Dummies that are on screen at the end of stream, they would just be the first encounter of stream. Next stream would be a shiny. So, not a lot to worry about in that case. Do 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 dit 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 dit. Normal Mew at 6509. Damn. I mean, honestly, I think you got that right. If I had to remember correctly, I think 6509 was a normal Mew. I feel like if you SOS it, you can get under 100. I just said this, Chris. Now that I'm 3 times odds, it's 100% guaranteed that this would have been better to do in Masuda method hunting, but I'm in too deep now. I can't just quit now and go and hunt in a different way. It would make me a child. Like, I need to be a man and just stick through it. I can't quit now. It's too late. I'm in too deep. I'm a man and I went through this, alright? I'm a man and I'm gonna stick it through. I'm not gonna baby out and be like, oh, I don't wanna hunt like that. It's too much. Don't care. You gotta stick through it. Be a man. Suffer. He'll do it for... Here, I'll do it for you. Flies to Texas, turns off Switch. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I literally could have done this in any other way. SOSing and Masuda... SOSing, you know? I could have double 3DS SOS'd it like I did with Pinsir. I could have Masuda Method hunted it. There's a lot of different ways that this would have been better. In fact, the first time I hunted this, it was a Masuda Method hunt, and I found it at 556. But, unfortunately, that's not the world we're living in now. How are you doing though, Chris? How are you doing today, my home dog? My home slice. You can start Deoxys once you're done with me, right? I will start Deoxys, not immediately because I'm gonna have to get it set up on a Fire Red and Leaf Green copy, but as soon as I have it, I'll do it. You could do it in the same file, right? No, I'll do it in a Fire Red Leaf Green. Doing it with this Emerald RNG doesn't make sense. I wouldn't want to do it with this Emerald RNG. Because I don't want to do runaways, I'd rather do soft resets. And doing it on Fire Red Leaf Green would be better. Because I can do soft resets rather than runaways and then having to redo the red triangle thing over and over. Why not Emerald? Because the RNG is broken on Emerald. So I'd be encountering the same Deoxys over and over if I did a soft reset. I'm gonna go encounter the Brilliant Dumb Eyes. Come here, Reg Dumb Eyes. Bam! Imagine. Could have been. You never know. I mean, we do know, because it wasn't shiny, but, you know, whatever. But yeah, Mew you have to do on Emerald because there's no other game where you can find it, but with the island being on Fire Red and Leaf Green cartridges, it would just make more sense to do it on those cartridges so I could soft reset. Plus, it would be a lot easier to double hunt them if I did. Now, I don't think I will double hunt because I would either have to do it on my DS or my Game Boy that I have, or I'd have to do it on... I have to buy another Game Boy operator and kind of finagle around with it, so I don't think I'll do it. I'll probably just single hunt it. I don't really want to hunt. I don't really want to hunt it in that way. It would suck. Or, like, I don't really want to do soft resets on two different consoles at the same time. I mean, I technically could, because I do have a DS... I do have a DS Lite, or like an original DS with the Game Boy cartridge, and I have a Game Boy. So I could double hunt it if I wanted to. It just feels like a pretty long process. I'll buy you a Game Boy operator. What are they like? Well, I have a Game Boy operator. They're like $50. I have a Game Boy operator. The problem is the computers struggle to do two Game Boy operators at the same time. You have to do some finagling with it. And I would only use it for Deoxys. Like, that's the only hunt I would use it for. You pay a child a nickel to operate your Game Boy. True. What other legendary mythicals do you need besides Jirachi, Meoxys, and Deoxys Manaphy? None. Zero. None that at least are available. Like, you know, as they become more available, then yeah, but the only ones that are shiny huntable, these are the last Pokemon I need that are legendary or mythical. That's it. Mew, Jirachi, Deoxys, Manaphy. That's it. Those are the last four. Everything else I have. Because I have Celebi in Gen 2. Jirachi and Deoxys are the only mythicals in Gen 3. Gen 4, I have Darkrai, Shaman, and Arceus, so I don't need those. So it's literally just these four. And then by Gen 5, there's no way to hunt those legitimately. Outside of Pokemon Go, but I won't be doing that. Too bad you can't be hunting on a boat to this song. True. It would be lit. I would love to be on a boat right now, shiny hunting this view. I mean, I found my shiny Totodile 30,000 feet in the air. That was lit. What do you mean I saw you get a Totodile? What do you... What? Huh? Did I say a different Pokemon? You weren't on a plane there? Oh, well, yeah. I hunted 3 of them for that video, but I really only needed 2. I only needed Crocodon for Alligator because I found a shiny Totodile on a plane when I was going to Hawaii last summer. And Heart Gold, Soul Silver start resets. It was like 159 encounters and I found the shiny Totodile. It was insane. I have a YouTube short on it. It's my most recent YouTube short because I made it like a year or like 6 months ago. All right, 40 minutes left, and we need to find... I'd like to get to 6,700 on Mew, so we hit 7,000 next stream. That's what I would like to do. So if we could get another 78 encounters, which I think is possible in 40 minutes, I mean, for sure. So we'll try to get that. I'll probably end at 6,700 Mew for the day, and that way we'll also hit 6,666, which is what everyone really wants. That also means next stream we'll have 6969. Haha, very funny. Hilarious. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Come on, Delmise. Neo, hate to burst your bubble, but I caught a shiny on a plane before. Nope. I'm the first one to do it. I'm the world record holder. Can't help it. Sorry. I think I just beat a shiny hunting world record. And I did. And there's nothing you can say to me to tell me that it's untrue. I definitely did it. It was me first. I have a Guinness World Record plaque. Nope. Nope, it was me. It was me. It was definitely me. I refuse to believe any other story. I'm right, you're wrong, L. How high was your plane? Oh, bro, we were way high, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like 30,000 feet in the air? I don't know. You can actually just buy them? True. I'll definitely buy it and put it on my wall. No, I won't. I do not care. I think for every 2000s kids that bought the Guinness Book of World Records, it's all those world records, and then you realize that the world Guinness is kind of just a scam, who, like, you could just pay for world records. It's like, oh, cool. Like, you could just find a category to pay for and get a world record, and world record are no longer, like, something really cool. It's like, oh. It's a little depressing. My flight was 40,000 feet up too. Actually, well, mine was 60,000 feet up. I forgot of the, it was actually double 30,000. I just said 30,000 to make it a prettier number. So, you know, kind of weird. You were in a Concorde? No. I was in a jet, I was in a rocket ship. I actually found it in space. I recorded that footage on a plane, but I actually found the title in space. I'm seeing holes in the air. There's no holes! Nope! This is a foolproof, true world record that I own, and it's definitely 100% true and not something I made up for a YouTube short. I would never do that. Can confirm I was the rocket ship. Thank you, Hayden. Finally, someone with some sense in this chat. I appreciate you backing me up, brother. Thank you, rocket ship. I actually sang Rocket Ship by... What's that? What's the band? Oh god, what's the band? I forget what the band is, but it's like, here we go, come with me. There's a world out there that we should see. I forget what the name of the band is, but you know what I'm talking about? He is a real plague, but it's too humble to show it true. I just won't show it because I don't want to, like, be a jerk about it, you know? That's the real thing. Thank you, J Pine. I appreciate it. Maroon 5? That is not Maroon 5. No. Unless I've been listening to a cover this entire time on my YouTube playlist, I don't think that's Maroon 5. Yo, you hit that? Thanks, bro. I got some pipes on me, you know what I'm saying? True. That's not Maroon 5, no. I don't listen to music lol. What is this song? I can't play it due to copyright issues, but I have it in my playlist. Hold on. I can't believe I can't remember the name of the band. Oh, it's Rocketeer. Far East Movement, that's what it is. It's Far East Movement. With you right here, I'm a rocketeer, let's fly. Up, here we go, go. You know? That's some heat. That's some heat, bro. They were spitting when they made that. And then you had the version by Niga Higa, who was I'ma shed a tear and cry. Can't say Rocketeer without me bringing up Rocket League. True. We do love Rocket League here. Just kidding. They're killing their game, L. But I'm not lying, I don't listen to music unless someone is randomly playing in the background. I get that. I'm making a comeback in RL on my arcade stick. Are you? How's that going for you? How's that going for you, Mr. Good Ninja? You popping off, you being the GOAT that we always knew you would be? Bum 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 bum. Whoa. That was some lag. I figured some stuff out, replaced a few parts, and the stick feels pretty good, and figured out a weird Steam input menu they added. Yeah, dude, I'll be real, and I think this is just, maybe this is just placebo, but I feel like every time I boot up Rocket League and I play, how my sensitivity feels different on my PS5 controller. It just feels different. I can't explain it. It just, like, sometimes I feel like I'm faster, and sometimes I feel like I'm slower, and I really don't know why. Can't figure it out. There just ain't no telling. Sentence just makes no sense. Yeah, I just don't understand it, bro. Because it's like, you would think it's consistent every time, but I feel like every time I plug my controller into my computer, it reads it a different way. And I don't understand why. Like, I don't know what it comes from. I don't know if there's a setting on my computer I need to switch or something like that, but it's weird. Dude, these Delmisers are gonna kill me, man. Now I'm starting to wonder if we're gonna go to 5,000. Do you think? You think we're gonna go 5 times odds? I haven't had a or sorry, 4 times odds. That wouldn't even be 5 times odds. You're gonna go 5 times odds? I can't remember the last time I went 5 times odds on a hunt. Or 4 times odds. I guess Arceus would be the last time I went 4 times odds on a hunt. Well, no, I guess it would be Arceus. Is that right? Or I guess after Arceus it would be, because I found Arceus before Scarlet and Violet came out, and then I had a 4 times odds egg hunt when I was hunting for, the starters, because I know Sprigatito. I had one of those go 4 times odds. NeoHere, true. NeoHere indeed. I think I almost had 2 of them go 4 times odds. I don't know if this Delmise is going to give me a pop-off or I'm just going to be relieved, you know? I don't know if I'm going to pop off when I find this Delmise or I'm just going to be really happy that it's over. I could see myself going either way, to be honest. I may have a pop-off because it's the end of my Alola Living Dex. I don't know. I'm really unsure. It'll be the 3rd full generation I've completed. You will never pop off more than you did landing that jump. True, dude. That pop-up was great, too, because I had to be so quiet. Because I didn't want to wake up Georgie. So I had this really silent pop-off in my chair as I hit that jump. And that jump was hard, too, dude. Like, I don't even think I've replicated it since I did it. Do. Okay. Yeah, dude, that jump was lit, though. That jump was super cool. That was one of the more fun things I did during that time of finishing the Blueberry Living Dex. That one took time, too, man. Oof. I'm looking forward to whatever game they play out next. I just hope, again, it has Pokemon that I can hunt. Because I think for me, the hard part is since the Blueberry Pokedex and the Blueberry Dex came out, I've already completed Johto. So if there is a Let's Go Johto, which again is fine, I'm not gonna hate on it. I will legitimately have nothing to hunt in that game outside of maybe if they give us new evolutions. No shinies at all in the new game? Yeah, there's no shinies at all. No, but I will have nothing to hunt. Because I will have every Johto Pokemon already. So. Which is why I want a Black and White remake, so I have a game where I can shiny hunt Pokemon in. The funny thing will be is, like, after I finish the Living Dex, it will take new generations for me to have new Pokemon to hunt. Outside of, like, Legends Arceus, where they add, like, 8 new Pokemon that you can hunt, you know? Where it's, like, a couple of Evos and some new regional forms. I am glad that regional forms have stuck around. Like, that's the one, that's, like, the one gimmick they made in Generation 7 that's stuck for such a long time, because regional forms are just such a cool idea. I love regional forms. They're fun. Pokemon Legends Celebi or Kyurem? If it's a Pokemon Legends game, I'm fine with that, because at least there's new Pokemon for me to hunt. There will be new regional forms for me to hunt and new evolutions. So if it's a Legends game, I'm fine with that. I have a hard time believing it'll be a Legends game, because that means this Legend games would come out 2 years after the original one, or 2.5 years after the original Legends game. And that's kind of hard to believe, but I don't know. Also, Legends is fun. Sure, Legends is fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy that series. I definitely enjoy that series more than Let's Go. What'll be interesting to see is if they do make a Let's Go or a Johto game, or sorry, Let's Go or a Legends game, if they make the Pokemon competitively playable in Scarlet and Violet, like they retroactively put those Pokemon as transferable into Scarlet and Violet, because it would make sense for them to give us access to those Mons to, because I never understood why like Overquill, Weirdeer, and all those Hisui evolutions weren't usable in competitive until the next generation of competitive with Scarlet and Violet. Like, it would make more sense to just, like, port them back into the old game. But, I don't know. That just depends. Because if they're completely done with the cycle of Scarlet and Violet and they stop doing, like, you know, raid events and stuff like that. For me, it's crazy to think that Scarlet and Violet's been out for longer than a year. Like, it doesn't feel like it has. But, it definitely has. It definitely has. I just realized we're really close to 6666. We're 10 away. The final countdown is coming. We're about to hit our 6666. Oh god. Oh no. This is why your mom didn't let you play Pokemon? True. Because she knew that I would hit this number of encounters and be worshipping the devil. I'm gonna go now. See ya. Alright, later. J-Pine. Have a good day, homie. Hopefully Mew 6666, huh? All we can do is hope. Have a good day, homie. Oh! My keyboard's almost dead. I gotta plug that in after this stream. It's flashing red at me. It's freaking out. It's like, help! I don't have any energy left. I'm tired. Don't care. Didn't ask. Keep working. You can get charged in a second. And by a second, I mean like about like 26 minutes. Or whenever Mew hits 6700, because that's what I'll get off. Never mind, I'll stay. Alright, cool. Stick around. You don't want to miss Mew 6666, do you? Do you really want to miss that? Dude, if it is, that would just be insane. That'd be so stupid. Imagine it's 6665 or 6667. The amount of pain that will be in this chat. I mean, we'll be happy, but it will definitely be hurtful. Listen, if it goes to 7,000, it's going over odds. There's no way we don't find it on 6666 or 6969. If we go over those two numbers, it's GG. Call it a day. We're not finding it. RIP. You know, even though Delmise is way over odds, I still think it's better than Masuda. You might have convinced me if it was double odds. Now that it's triple odds and on its way towards quad odds, no. I would have much rather gone quad odds on Masuda in half the time that I've spent doing this. Because I could get about, you know, 60 eggs an hour, which means I would hit odds at like 5-6 hours. Or that's not true. 8-9 hours. This takes a lot longer, it feels like, to hit odds. I mean, I think this is my 9th stream in a row, outside of my birthday stream, hunting this thing. I think this is 9 streams in a row that I've hunted this thing. That's insane. That's stupid. I admit, I probably should have done Masuda method now, but it's too late. We're in too deep. It's better as a viewer, that is true. So enjoy this while you have it, because then after this we're doing the Kanto fossils, and we're going to be doing those in soft resets over strong spawns, so that's going to be real fun for you to watch. 3 soft resets all at the same time. Dude, imagine this is it right here. Imagine it's 6665. Oh my gosh, the pain that will be in this chat if it's 6665. Hold your breath. You just better hope and pray. Okay, you're good. Alright, there's a chance, gamers. Why not Masuda? Why not Masuda the Kanto starters? I did for a singular Charmander. And then I alright, here, wait, hold on, here we go. Hold on, we gotta hold. Hold? Hell. Unfortunate. I can't believe it didn't happen. Not starters, I meant fossils? I don't know, because Masuda Method's just boring. And I can only do 1 game at a time with Masuda Method. I can't hunt 2 games at a time with Masuda Method. It's too much for my brain to do. Alongside Mew. So, maybe once I get to Aerodactyl, I'll do it, but at least for Omanyte and Kabuto, I'm gonna do it side by side. Like, I'm gonna hunt Omanyte on one, Kabuto on the other, and then I'll do Omastar if this one finds it, Kabuto, I'll do Omastar, Kabutops, and then I'll do Aerodactyl. Because Omanyte and Kabuto are version exclusives. 6, 7, 8, 9 would be nice as well. That is true. There's a couple of numbers in this 1,000 that we could use. And Let's Go? No. In Sword and Shield. They're version exclusive. Like Kabuto and Omanyte are version exclusives of Sword and Shield. Well, this is unfortunate. I guess all we can do is hope for 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all we can hope for now. That's all the hope we have left. Our hope lies in 6, 7, 8, 9. And if not, 6, 9, 6, 9, and if not, we're going over odds. GG, call today. GG! We lost L. Neo can't stop taking L's. Look at him. The little sounded like a... I'm like, huh. 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 I love their little noises, man. They're so funny. Huh. 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 You kind of just say with an open mouth because you make the sound by closing your lip. But if you go like if you try to say M without closing your lips, that's kind of the villager noise. Do 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 do. Bum 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 ba na 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 na. Delmise, man, you have been a little turd, I'll tell you. When I started this hunt, I really just thought it'd be a quick, alright, let's finish up the Alola Living Dex, but you have been a little jerk. You suck, I'll tell you. I do not like you. Like, you have been horrible to me. I mean, I just hope, all I have to hope on to now is like that you don't go quadruple odds. But at this rate, I don't even know what to believe. I don't know. I'm just suffering. Like, that's it. All I know is pain and suffering. It's just silly. At the end of the day, you're just silly. You're a silly little anchor. I want you to know that. At this point, I'm surprised Mew hasn't showed up before you have. You should be embarrassed of yourself. You should be embarrassed of this performance. It's a horrible. It's horrifying. Chris, have you done Manaphy at all since the last time we talked? You've been cranking out any encounters? No. Fair. I get you. Do-do-do-do-do. I got you, Chris. I get it, man. I wouldn't want to do Manaphy either if I were you. And yet you keep on asking me to do Manaphy all the time. You did send me the ROM that you used to get the eggs, right? I think you did, if I remember correctly. Like, you told me to try it at one point, but I've never tried it. But, like, I'm pretty sure you did send me that at some point. Yeah? Alright, cool. Yeah, I think the plan is right now, we're going to finish Mew and Deoxys, and I'm always going to be doing Mew and Deoxys on every stream, and then after that's done, we're going to move back to doing just 2 hunts at a time, and then we're going to have Full Odds Friday, and we'll do Full Odds Friday for Jirachi until Jirachi's found, and then we'll do Full Odds Friday for Manaphy. I think that's my plan for hunting those. That's my plan right now, at least. I'm not sure if that plan will change, but I feel like that makes the most sense. Because I would like to bring back Full Odds Fridays, and it only makes sense to do it with Jirachi and Manaphy, because Jirachi and Manaphy will require my full focus. Like, I've already tried to do Jirachi with other hunts, I can't do it. I can't. It requires too much focus. You keep saying you don't have Jirachi? Don't, stop. Stop it. I don't. I was given Jirachi by someone else and it will be a giveaway. I don't own Jirachi. Personally. I have not found it. I don't. I refuse to acknowledge what you gave me as something that I own. It's a foster child that I'm waiting to give away. You mean you're going to give it to me, right? Sure. I'll give it directly to you. No giveaway, it's just going straight to Chris's box. Bye, Jirachi. Maybe because my keyboard's flashing red, that means Dumb Eyes will show up red. Thoughts? Is this the play? Will this happen? Question mark. It's calling out the shiny Dumb Eyes. It's like, come to us. I will flash red to summon your shiny. Shiny luck, shiny luck, shiny luck. I hope that works, beta. But gonna be honest, probably not gonna work. Hate to be a hater towards your shiny luck. I don't think it's gonna work too well. Home slice. Unfortunately, this Delmice does not want to show up shiny no matter how much we spam shiny luck. It won't happen. Maybe you're right. Maybe it will happen, but I don't have a lot of faith. I just don't. It will if we believe. I think that's the problem. I don't believe. I've been beaten down so much by this thing, I don't believe. I just come on here just to do something. I don't believe anymore. My heart is broken. Delmice has broken my poor little heart. He has broken me. Yeah, I think we're going to go to 4,300 and 6,700. And that's where we're on stream today. Maybe we make a ritual sacrifice in the ocean, like with someone's blood to make the ocean red so it shows up. I don't think if we... I don't know. I don't know if we do that. Question, does anyone edit the John Michael and Co vids? I don't know. I don't think Tyler does. I don't think Tyler edits those. I think it's probably just a screen recording that's uploaded. Or maybe it's like... But if... I don't know. I don't think it's someone on our team. If anything, it's someone on Mikey's team that does it. I don't think Tyler does it. The only person that would do that would be Tyler. But I don't think... Even if he edits it, I mean, it can't take him that long. Because I'm pretty sure it's just like... You line up the recordings together and then you run it. Yeah, I figured. I don't patronize. But I was curious. Yeah. I have the perfect volunteer. Yeah, do you? The perfect volunteer. Wow. I'll keep an eye out for him. I'll be waiting for the volunteer to show up. Yeah, I don't know though. That's a good question, Shadow. Is patronize the verb for being a patron, lol? I don't know. It sounds like a really bad way to say it. Like, wow. I love patronizing. I don't know if that's the best way to put that. But to be fair, I can't think of another word, so... Like, that's the little definition of the word. 6699, maybe? Maybe. There's a chance. Again, I just don't believe it. I don't think today's the day. Maybe tomorrow, but I don't think today's the day. With 19 encounters between these two games, I have a hard time believing. I already said 25,000. Thanks, Shadow. Appreciate it. I would love to see this go triple odds for sure. Just like Delmize, they're one and the same. A 1 in 8,192 chance, true. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it's gonna happen. Sorry. Maybe in another life. But not this one. Oh man, Dalmise, you've just been a pain in my butt. Maybe the problem is that Aegislash is in front. Choose something the anchor hates or loves. No, that's definitely not the problem. I'm not really willing to give this anchor whatever it wants, I'm gonna be honest. Even if he hates Aegislash, that's only more reason for me to put him in front of him. I'm not very superstitious, I just think I'm unlucky. I'm not very superstitious. The truth is I'm just unlucky and it sucks. Give him a top hat. I'm definitely not doing that today. Maybe tomorrow's stream, but he's not getting anything today. Maybe you missed 4 anchor shinies? Maybe so. There's no way to know because they don't show up shiny in the overworld. I realistically could have missed 4 shiny Dalmise and there's no way I would know. Which I'm actually kind of happy I wouldn't know because if I did know, I think that would kill me. I think that would legitimately hurt me. That's why in Scarlet and Violet it hurts so much because if you legitimately fail a shiny, it hurts. Like, you know. You know you messed up. It's owie kaplowy. Do 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 do. Alright, only 3 more Dalmise. And 3 more Mew after this. That's all we got left. And then I'm outie. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm peacing out. Dalmise can't hurt me anymore if I don't have to look at it. True. Rip, my computer hates me. Damn, that sucks. Imagine your computer hating you. Oof. Alright. 1 more Dalmise after this. All we got left is 1 more Dalmise. That's all we have left. Will this last Dalmise be shiny? No. Unfortunate. 10 years ago, Flypaper was removed from the App Store? Damn, 10 years ago today? How time flies. How time flies. Alright. We'll do that. And then 1 more Mew. I still have my iPhone 5 with Flappy Bird, lol. Dude, that's crazy. You could probably sell that for quite a lot of money, in all honesty. Alright, no Mew today either. L on both ends. We've been taking L's all day, gamers. We've been taking L's quite often, unfortunately. But, with that being said, I think I'm done for today. I am done. We'll be back again tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow morning to take this thing over, or to, you know, to hopefully find something. I don't know if we're going to, but we'll see. I'll be streaming for 3 hours tomorrow. It'll probably be like 9 to 12, somewhere in that range. I'll let you guys know, or just, you know, join the Discord if you want to know what streams are, because otherwise I don't know what to tell you. See ya. Do you feed the Snorlax? I'll feed it at noon. I got you, homie. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Peace out. See you tomorrow, and God, please let this be done. I'm so tired. I just want to be done so bad. Anyways, peace out. I'm gonna go cry now. Bye.